Have you ever gained weight suddenly because life decides to humble you and serves you a big piece of humble crumble? So you get stressed. And the only way you can see out of this hugely stressful time is to eat all of the humble crumble and all of the leftovers too. Yeah, hopefully, so I'm not alone. Well, that's what happened to me at the end of 2024. I got really, really stressed and my whole routine got thrown out the window, and everything I knew as a nutritionist and a personal trainer got pushed deep down. But that also does go to show that us nutrition and fitness professionals aren't actually real people too. I gained around 7 pounds, which isn't actually a lot of weight, and I'm also used to gaining weight through periods of bulking. And sure, I could say it was a dirty bulk, but that would be a lie. This was unwanted, unplanned, and it happened in a really short period of time. And I didn't feel great about myself. And I didn't feel great about myself because yes, my jeans were a little bit tighter, but most importantly, I wasn't prioritizing myself. My gym routine was mostly non-existent and I was just eating everything in sight, which left me bloated, lethargic, really horrible PMS because yes, your diet does actually impact your hormones, which then can impact your cycle. I just experienced quite bad PMS symptoms when my diet isn't that great. Sorry, that's the nutritionist coming at me, but we won't go there right now. Basically, I felt like a big bowl of crap and I decided I was not going to finish 2024 feeling that way. So I decided to carry out an 8-week fat loss phase to see if I could drop the weight that I'd gained before the end of the year. My only issue was it was the end of the year. I started the challenge at the end of October, which meant the majority of the challenge was through most of November and the start of December, which if you live in the UK, as soon as Halloween's done, it's basically Christmas, which is the most difficult time of the year to diet. And I wanted to do an 8-week fat loss phase. Because let's be honest, in December, there's so many social occasions, there's food, there's alcohol, like every single place that you turn, it's there in front of you. Also, the days are short, it's dark all the time, it's cold all the time. It's not a fun time to go all in on your fitness journey. And it's quite lonely. Like, who is working towards the fitness goals at the end of the year, in November, in December? Nobody, people. Nobody. Except for me. No, there is people, but the majority, like people around you, no one's dieting in November. And there's certainly not dieting in December. So if you're dieting during this time of the year, you're on your own, honey. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. I just wanted to do something before the end of 2024. So the challenge started on the 21st of October and I had everything in place that I needed to succeed in the challenge. I had a nutrition plan, a workout program, a daily activity goal, which is basically a number of steps that I set myself every single day that I need to complete. So off I went into the depths of a deficit at the end of the year. Isn't that going to be easy and straightforward? And listen, this is not my first rodeo. I started my own fitness journey 9 years ago. So I've done this many times before. However, never at the end of the year, never in November, and certainly never in December. So, I'm 3 weeks in, I'm sticking to my nutrition, I'm sticking to my workouts, I'm getting my steps in. I got myself a walking pad, which by the way is literally life-changing and it's the best purchase that I've ever purchased. So here I am 3 weeks in, scale weight's coming down, my measurements are coming down, and then boom, I was hit with my first social occasion, which I'd already committed to before the challenge even started, which was a lovely weekend away to Wales with my boyfriend. Now, a weekend away in a dieting phase means less control over your food, less control over your activity levels, and just a lot of opportunities to hit the button, which is so easy to do when you're relaxing and you just want to have a good time. Now, luckily, this wasn't a booze-fueled weekend away. This was like a wholesome little cabin stay with my boyfriend, with a hot tub. We went on a walk. Like, it was cute. It was really cute. But nevertheless, still a weekend away where I don't really have as much choice with where I'm getting my food from, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I put in place to try and stick to my plan the best as I possibly could so I wasn't ruining my progress 3 weeks in. This is what I did. Now, the first thing that I want to say is my boyfriend is so supportive and was so supportive over this entire 8 weeks. And the reason that I say that is it really makes a difference, the people that you have around you, whether they're supporting you, whether they're making it a little bit harder for you to succeed. You know, sometimes we feel peer pressure, or sometimes people don't really understand how important our goals are to us. So they apply that pressure, even though they don't mean to. Anyway, the first thing is it's great to have supportive people around you. But the biggest thing that I did was I manipulated my calories the week before it got to the weekend. So what do I mean by that? Basically, to lose fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. And I was in a calorie deficit the whole time across the 8 weeks. And I track my calories because I just find it gives me the best results. What I did was I manipulated my calories. So rather than look at your daily calories of, okay, I need to eat X amount so that I'm in a calorie deficit, you can look at your calories across the week. Basically, whatever you work out your daily caloric target to be, you times that by 7, and that's the amount of calories you need to eat that week for you to be in a deficit. And what it means when you do that is you don't have to keep to that specific daily goal. And when you have more social occasions or you want some higher calorie days, it means that you can manipulate the days around it. So that's what I did. I ate a little bit less every single day, Monday to Friday, which gave me, I think I saved up about 200 calories a day. So that gave me an extra 1,000 calories on top of my usual daily target in my calorie deficit. It gave me an extra 1,000 calories, which I split into the 2 days. So I ate an extra 500 calories on the Saturday and an extra on the Sunday. I say extra, it's not extra because I banked them throughout the week. Hopefully that makes sense. And that helped to account for any little extra treat that I wanted that weekend. It was accounted for and meant that I could still see progress, and the weekend away wasn't going to slow me down. Within those calories, it meant that I ate at the restaurant, which was like near the cabin. And whilst I ate out, I'm still very mindful, very demure, which basically means I didn't go into the restaurant and choose whatever I felt like. I looked at the menu and thought, okay, what's probably got the best protein to calorie ratio? So what do I think's got a really good amount of protein, but is a little lower on the calorie side? The calories weren't on the menu, but because I've been doing this for a long time now with tracking my food. So I think I had chili con carne, but I didn't eat all of the rice because it literally came with like a mountain of rice. So that was the first night. Then the second and third night, we actually cooked for ourselves. So this was great because it meant that I really could choose what I ate. On the next night, we had steak, and I also probably had like 4 glasses of Prosecco across the whole weekend. Meant that I could enjoy a little drink in the hot tub with my boyfriend, which was great. So taking this approach meant that it didn't completely throw me off plan. So when I got back after the weekend, I jumped on the scales the next morning and the scale weight had increased. And that meant I'd ruined the whole thing. No, I'm joking. That is so normal. Even though I'd banked my calories that week, the previous 2 days I'd had a bit of an influx in calories and probably influx in carbohydrates, maybe a little bit of salt, which impacts your scale weight and increases your water weight. But I knew as soon as I jumped back into my plan, that would drop off, and it did. Okay, so now we fast forward to the end of November. The challenge is going so well. My weight's continuing to go down along with my measurements, and I have a planned night out with my friends, which is usually fueled with a lot of alcohol and a massive takeaway at the end of the night. So how did I overcome it? Basically, I took the same approach that I did for the weekend away, and I made sure to bank some calories that week. And what I decided for this night out was that I wasn't going to drink. Partly because I was in such a good flow with my challenge. I wasn't afraid of it ruining my progress. I just didn't really feel like drinking at the time. And then did what we all tend to do. I got to my friends, I started having a good time, I started to let my hair down, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I really want a drink. I want to let loose a little, okay? I just want to say, I know I said a little bit earlier on about peer pressure and things like that. If I said to my friends, look, ladies, I ain't drinking tonight, they'd be like, cool, sis, you do you, boo. But I hadn't seen my friends in ages, and I wanted to drink a little bit of alcohol. So I did. Although I did not get a takeaway at the end of the night, so was that game over for me, because calories that I consumed from the alcohol were definitely way more than the calories that I'd accounted for, that I'd banked from the previous week. So had I ruined all of my progress? Again, no. The scale weight went up, and yes, it took a little while to come down. All was not lost until the conflicts that we come up against in a deficit, they just, you know when they say leave the best till last? Oh, they left the best till last. I thought, that's it now. I don't have any more planned nights out. I can just tunnel vision now until the end of the challenge. We go into December. Yes, it's hard. I'm thinking, this is it now. Like, this is going to be pretty easy for me to finish. And then your gal gets hit with the winter bug. And it wasn't just I've got a bit of a cold and sniffles and I don't feel too good. No, I literally had to take time off work. And as any self-employed person knows, we don't like to do that because it's you, yourself, and I. So there's no days off. No, there is days off, but like, it's just not great for your business when you're sick, because there's no one else to pick up the pieces when you're laid up in bed. Anyway, it was one of them sicknesses where it was like, I physically cannot go to the gym. I cannot get my steps in. And the illness, the sickness, decided to bless me with a really huge appetite, which was great, which was really fun to try and manage. So, guys, the thoughts started to creep in. I'm not gonna lie. It was 2 weeks. I was basically out for the count for the whole week, and then I just had 1 more week left. So did it not make more sense to just finish the challenge there? You know, I tried my best up until that point. Was it not time to just throw in the towel? I literally couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't get my steps in. I probably ate more than I'd liked on some of the days. The challenge, was it time to end the challenge early? I hate the disappointment. Please don't judge me. Because no, of course it wasn't. I was finishing that challenge until the very end. I wasn't going to let that stop me. Look, that week was a little curveball, okay? I couldn't exercise. I tried to get my steps in the best that I could, but it was really hard. And some of the days I probably ate more than I'd liked in calories because I just didn't feel well. I was feeling sorry for myself. I didn't go full on crazy with my nutrition, but I ate more than I probably should have done in regards to being in a deficit. But listen, honey, I am not a quitter. And that is why, my friends, I finished that challenge, even against all of the challenges, nights out, alcohol, food, weekends away, sickness. Your gal finished the challenge 9 pounds down. I'll also put my measurements on the screen. And this, my friends, was the before and after. Like, 9 pounds is great, but to me, the progress photos, the progress videos, they show it all. The muscles were revealed again. So no, I didn't quit a week before. I carried on. And yeah, I'm really proud of what I achieved in that time. I really pushed myself. It was so difficult to do it at that time of year. The last week of October, the whole of November, the intro of December, the sickness, everything. It was really hard, but I am so proud of myself for doing it. Let me tell you, I finished 2024 feeling my best self, feeling so confident, so energized, and just really proud that yes, it's a hard time of the year to diet, but it just goes to show that if you put your mind to something, you've got a good plan in place. Even if you encounter different challenges, which you will always encounter challenges during your fitness journey, whether that's a fat loss phase, a bulking phase, whatever it is, you always will. It just goes to show, if you set your mind to something, who cares what time of the year it is? Sometimes the biggest thing that gets in your way to achieve the goals that you want to achieve is literally you. It's you, it's your mindset. If you work on your mindset, if you work on your self-belief, I promise you, you can literally achieve anything that you want to. I'm posting this video in January, so motivation is at an all-time high. It's a great time to work on yourself. If you need help getting there, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be providing you with everything you need on this channel so you can succeed in your fitness journey as well. So like my video, subscribe, come on, if you've not done that already, then get to it, please. there's gonna be way more coming from me on this channel this year. Expect to see a video from me every single week. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. That is my goal with this channel. But have some fun along the way, because who wants to be serious all the time? Not me. Okay, I'm going now. Goodbye.